I've put together this short video tutorial to take you through some of the codes in the error correction code sheet that you can find on Moodle. The error correction code is important for revising your written work, for example, your reflective writing pieces or your research drafts. Your teachers use the error correction code to identify particular errors you've made in your sentence. So it's important to know what each code means in order to make the proper corrections. So I'm going to take you through some of the more important ones in this particular tutorial. So the three that I want to focus on are WW for wrong word chosen, WF for wrong word form, and T for wrong verb tense. So any of these errors, you'll find WW, WF, or T above the word which will have been underlined. These three are perhaps the most common, and so it's important to know what each one of them means specifically and how they relate to each other. So to take you through them one at a time. So for WW, wrong word chosen, what that means is the word you've chosen may be grammatically correct, so it may be the right form or tense, but the meaning is incorrect. So it's the right type of word, it's just that the root word, the root meaning, is incorrect. So if you see WW written over a word, you know that it functions correctly, it's grammatically correct, but you need to consult a dictionary or a thesaurus to find a word that carries the correct meaning. Okay, so wrong word form means that the root word may be correct, so the word meaning is correct, but the form is incorrect. And this refers to the parts of speech. Form is noun, verb, adjective, adverb, etc. So if you see WF written above a word in your writing, it means that you've perhaps used a noun where you're supposed to use a verb, where you've used an adjective instead of an adverb instead of a verb, whatever. Okay, so your teacher is going to indicate that you've used the wrong form, but they're not going to direct you to which form you've used. So you need to look at the sentence, try and understand how the word functions, and decide what form needs to take its place. And then you can just use a dictionary to find the form you're looking for. And if you find a T, again, this is when the root word is correct, and it's also the correct form because it's a verb, but the specific tense of the verb is incorrect. So you will know from your study of English grammar that there are many different tenses that can be used for the form of a verb. So if you see T written above one of your words, you know that it's working as a verb, you know that it's the correct verb, but the tense, you'll need to perhaps consult a grammar book or a chart like this, and to use your knowledge of the different tenses and how they function to identify what the correction needs to be. Okay, so I've got a couple of examples to demonstrate how each of these works. So this is an example of some student writing. So if I was correcting this, I would probably underline the word influence. Now, the word influence is being used as a verb, and that's correct. The noise will influence the public, but it's not the correct meaning. So I would mark it as wrong word. So that means the form, the tense is correct, but the word is incorrect. So you need to think about what the correct word might be. So if you were correcting this, you might, instead of influence, you might look it up in a dictionary, try and find what you mean, and say, for example, the noise will inconvenience the public. So that's a wrong word correction. Okay, so here's another example. If I was correcting this, I would underline the word analysis and the word discuss. And I would identify analysis as wrong form and discuss as tense. So in this situation, the word analysis is a noun, but what it's being used as is as a verb. So it's the right word, but it's the wrong form. It's a noun, it needs to be a verb. With discuss, it's a verb, and it's correctly a verb, but it's the wrong tense of the verb. So if you were correcting this, instead of after analysis, you might change it to after analysing. So analysing is the correct form of the verb that needs to go in that place. And our group discuss some solutions. You're talking about an event in the past, so using you've used present simple, so instead of present simple, you would replace it with past simple. After analysing these risks, our group discussed some solutions to reduce them. So just to quickly summarise how each one works, with wrong word, it means the grammar's correct, but the root word is incorrect. So you need to find another word to take its place. With WF, it means the root word is correct, but the grammatical form is incorrect. So that means noun, verb, adjective, adverb. And with tense, it means that you've used a verb, you've used the correct verb, but the tense is incorrect. So you need to consult the different tense forms to find which one you need.